The last time I saw Dad, it's almost 6 a.m. on a January Saturday morning in the unheated town hockey rink. I'm putting on my goalie pads, then stepping onto the ice to play in the first minor league hockey game of the day. Dad is in the stands, stomping his feet, drinking tea from a thermos, cheering on me and my teammates. Dad has had to miss many key bits of my young life as he marries, buries, and otherwise attends to his flock at the local United Church of Canada, where he is the pastor. But here he is, as always, never missing one of my hockey games. He could be spending this hour in bed before coming back to pick me up in a warm car, like most of the other dads. Instead, he can truthfully tell me I made a fine Johnny Bauer like poke check in the second period, depriving opposing forward John McCarthy, whose dad sells my dad a new car every 3 years, of the opportunity to score. The last time I saw Dad, he finally relents to my argument. I know this stuff, Dad. This stuff being the collected beliefs of the United Church. I should be confirmed, I insist. You're only 12, Dad argues. The United Church does not confirm 12-year-olds. The confirmation class is full of high school students. But I'm stubborn, and he knows it. Ah, you'd argue with the devil, he says, exasperated. Fine, if you pass the exam, I'll confirm you. A few months of weekly evening classes later, he is handing back the exam papers. I get an A, first in the class. Dad is no longer exasperated. The last time I saw Dad, he is arguing in favor of me taking brown-eyed, raven-haired Kathy McKenzie to my high school graduation dance. She's a lovely girl, Betty, he says to my mom. Mom will certainly not argue that, but she's a formidable woman from a long line of Scots Presbyterians and not to be easily outdone. She has evidence, damning evidence, and a strong case to put forward. Two of my dad's brothers fell for the charms of Catholic girls. Yes, Kathy is a Catholic girl. The result, my uncle signed away ownership of their sperm to the Pope. How would they bring up the children? Mom asks. Betty, the boy is only 17, says Dad, knowing he has already established precedent in this particular social concern. Mom, born in 1929 and now a minister's wife rather than the banker or lawyer she might have been, respects precedent. But will Dad bring it up? When we first moved to this town, my dad argued that my younger brother, Ronnie, and I should be allowed to attend the Catholic junior high a block from the manse. All their friends go there. Why should they have to trek to the other side of town just to go to the Protestant junior high? And so Ron and I were enrolled in St. Mary's. We had a kind of diplomatic community, two of three Protestants in the class. We were permitted to opt out of first period religion class, capital R, capital C. We could read quietly while our friends learned about the dire consequences of indulging in any one of the seven deadly sins. And so, a few years later, I take Kathy to the dance. The last time I saw Dad, he is sharing his thoughts about some theological concept or other, requiring a look at verses from the book of Isaiah. Handing me his Bible, he waits. I should read the passage for myself, he insists. The sound of the hospital breathing apparatus that he's hooked up to wheezes in judgment as I search. Flip, flip, flip. Bloody Old Testament. Where the hell is Isaiah? I silently curse. Dad reaches for his pad and his pencil, scratches something down, and turns the pad towards me. There it is. 5 words of condemnation. You don't know your Bible. Busted. The last time I saw Dad, he is coming out of the visitor's entrance of the Halifax Infirmary Hospital. Has he come over from Prince Edward Island to visit one of his congregants who's had major surgery? I yell a block away, Dad! Dad! He doesn't hear me. So I break into a run. Dad! I get close. Finally, he hears and turns his face to me. His usual smile, the clergyman's collar. Dad? I falter. It's not Dad. The last time I saw Dad, I'm waiting on a hillside that slopes down to a burbling brook. W.B. Yeats could not conjure this place. The last of the slope near the brook is crossed by a road that leads to a bridge spanning it. The soil is painted the deep iron-rich red of Prince Edward Island. The bridge is just wide enough to allow the heavy potato farm tractors to lumber safely across it. Where are you, Dad? I ask aloud, waiting less and less patiently. But there he is, coming through the churchyard gravestones to the new one at the edge. He moves toward me, wearing his familiar gray cardigan and his leather moccasin slippers. He pulls me close, as he has done countless times, give me one of his big bear hugs. The last time I saw Dad, he comforts me.